2 signs of the soul. What really reveals character. To see someone's true character, pay attention to just 2 things: how they treat those who offer them nothing, how they honor, or fail to honor, their promises. Inspired by Jung. Why did I say this? Because we live in a world that celebrates charisma, but rarely questions character. A culture that trains us to be impressed by performance, but not to look deeper, into the choices, the actions, and the quiet moments where someone's truth is revealed. Jung once said, "You are what you do, not what you say you'll do." And in that spirit, this quote offers a kind of X-ray vision, a way to see past the surface, past the mask, and into the moral architecture of a person's life. So let's unpack these 2 powerful indicators, because once you learn to see them, you can't unsee them. 1. How they treat those who offer them nothing. In our transactional world, kindness is often mistaken for strategy. People behave well when there's something to gain: a promotion, applause, attention. But the real test of character? It shows up when there's nothing in it for them. Watch how someone treats a waiter, a janitor, a stranger, a person who is invisible in the power structure. Do they acknowledge them, thank them, treat them with dignity, or do they brush past them, look through them, speak down to them? This is where the truth lives, because when you strip away status, power, and benefit, what's left is the soul, and the soul doesn't know how to pretend. In those unguarded moments, people reveal the scripts they've internalized. Those who belittle others often carry unhealed wounds, the need to dominate, to feel superior, to suppress their own inadequacy. Those who show kindness, even when it's unnecessary, are showing you that empathy is their reflex, not their performance. 2. How they honor or fail to honor their promises. Promises are not just plans. They are quiet contracts. Every promise made is a reflection of one's integrity, not because of the magnitude of the commitment, but because each promise reflects how a person relates to truth. Some people use promises like currency, easy to give, easier to forget. Others treat them like sacred vows. They show up when they say they will. They follow through even when no one is watching. They don't ghost, deflect, or make excuses. They own it. This is not about perfection. Life happens. People make mistakes. But what reveals character is how someone handles the breaking of a promise. Do they take responsibility, offer a real explanation, try to make it right? Or do they ghost you, dodge the topic, or gaslight you into thinking the commitment never existed? This is character in action. Not loud, not flashy, but consistent. Why this matters now. In a world of curated profiles, AI-written bios, and hyper-personal branding, it's easier than ever to appear ethical while avoiding accountability. We are drowning in style and starving for substance. We don't need more charisma. We need more character. We need to start measuring people, not by how well they shine in the spotlight, but by how they behave in the shadows. Because that's where integrity lives. That's where relationships are built or broken. That's where leadership is either real or a lie. What you can do, today and every day. 1. Be curious, not judgmental. Don't assume you know someone because of how they appear. Watch the small stuff. It tells you more than the resume ever will. 2. Model the standard. If you want to build trust in your relationships, start with your word. Keep your commitments. Don't overpromise. When you fall short, and you will, be honest. People forgive imperfection. They remember integrity. 3. Honor the invisible. Treat everyone with dignity, especially those who can't help you. In doing so, you help rebuild a culture of respect, one choice at a time. 4. Reflect inward. Ask yourself, how do I treat people when I have nothing to gain? How often do I make promises out of pressure or impulse? Do I keep the ones I make to myself? 5. Teach these values. Whether you're a parent, a teacher, a leader, this is the curriculum we need. Not just emotional intelligence, but moral intelligence. Final reflection. You don't need to be a therapist to read character. You just need to look where most people don't. Not in the polished bios, not in the grand speeches, but in the micro moments, the eye contact, the follow-through, the unseen acts of decency. That's where the truth lives. And that's the kind of truth that builds trust, transforms communities, and elevates culture. Because in the end, who we are when there's nothing to gain, that's who we really are.